So if you'd like to do your talk.
Okay. For those of you who have seen me before, they know that I no longer write my talks. So I think about what I want to talk about. I find that reading, like I just did, it just seems so robotic. So I think that for me, talking and just telling you some experiences seems to seem to me, and hopefully for yourselves, a lot more real, a lot more gentle. So what I want to talk about today, and I apologise for anybody who heard me talk about this the other day, is being a medium. What is a medium? What do we do? A medium. I asked that question, when I first started, I asked that question many, many, many times. And I can tell you what mediums do. We talk to the dead. Thank you for listening. Just kidding. No, not just kidding, because we do talk to the dead. People think I'm strange because I talk to the dead. I have conversations with dead people. And I have tried to sit in circles and be the best that I can be. Now, I want to tell you a quick little thing that got me started on my journey. Although I think I'd always been spiritual all through my life, because I can, as looking back now, I can see that I saw spirit as a child. But of course, back in those days when I was a child, we didn't talk about it because people would look at you as if you were strange. I got that anyway. But people would think that you would be, you're weird, or you're that peculiar girl that lives down the road. So we never talked about it. But about 11 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, my grandson passed away. He was stillborn. And that sent me on a spiralling need to know. I've always had a need to know everything. I've driven my teachers absolutely crazy when I was at school because I needed to know the answers. I wasn't content, even in grade 1, to know that 1 and 1 equals 2. I wanted to know why 1 and 1 equaled 2. I can remember when I was in primary school, being kicked out of Sunday school. Well, they had PE at school. Because I kept asking why. So anyhow, getting back to 11 years ago, I've read every single book that I could get my hands onto about the afterlife, about communicating with the afterlife, but all sorts of things. And every book told me that I had to start meditating. And I thought, okay then. Then I saw somebody and they said to me, you need to join a circle. And I thought, had no idea, I'm sorry, but this is going to sound really, really dumb, but I thought, how can a circle help me? Didn't realise it was a group of people talking. I just thought a circle. Anyhow, I joined this circle. And the leader of this circle said to me, just close your eyes and see what you can pick up. And I went, okay, what am I picking up? Nothing. I don't understand. They said to me, see what you can pick up. I don't understand. And then somebody said in the circle, try to go deeper and see what you can pick up. Talking to somebody who's never done it before and say, try to go deeper and see what you can pick up. It's deeper. Nothing. This was going on because I didn't understand the terminology. This was going on for probably about 6 months. Till in the end I thought, I've got to talk to the teacher. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going home with sore muscles because I'm trying so hard to go deeper. And she said to me, just try to relax. Don't give up yet. So I'm sitting around in this circle, like this, trying to go deeper, trying to pick up something. And all these people, we'd come out of this meditation And all these people were saying, oh, I've got such and such for so-and-so, and I've got such and such for so-and-so. And I would say, well, I've got the traffic out the back. could not get into it. Then I read this book about meditation. And in this book, this man said something that was just so simple. He said, meditation is just relaxing. He said, you're going to get the sounds all around you. Just acknowledge them and let them go. I thought, oh, okay then. So then the next time I did my meditation, I was there, and I heard the traffic or I heard my own thoughts going. Okay, acknowledge, let it go. Still nothing. Then somebody said to me, you're trying too hard, which is something I've done all my life, I think. And they said, just breathe. Just breathe, just relax and breathe. Every time something takes your attention, just concentrate and just say to yourself, breathe in and then breathe out. Don't fight what you're hearing. Don't stress about what you're not hearing. Every time something comes into your mind and it distracts you from what you're doing, just say to yourself, just breathe in and then breathe out. Believe it or not, breathing is an amazing tool to use. So the next time I get in my circle and I'm like, oh yeah, you little beauty, we're going to do meditation and we're going to see what we can pick up. So no, don't do that. Relax. Oh, there's traffic. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then I went, breathe in, breathe out. And then I was, oh my God, I'm doing this. So straight away out of it again. Because you then had to do to myself, okay, I'm doing this now. Breathe in, breathe out. Calm down, relax. First thing I ever got was the colour yellow. And we're sitting in this circle and all these people are around me and they're all giving off these wonderful messages and I'm there and I'm not giving yellow. There's no way I'm giving yellow because that sounds so dumb to me. So I let it go. The next week we sit in the circle and by this time I'm getting good at meditating. So I get into this beautiful meditation and I get the colour yellow. I'm thinking, I'm not giving yellow. I can't give yellow. I need more. So I didn't give it. The third week, I was in this meditation and I get the colour yellow. This yellow turned into the most beautiful yellow tulip. And I went, oh wow. It was so beautiful that even though it meant nothing to me, I had to give it my first message to somebody. And instinctively I knew I was going to the person across from me. I don't know how I knew, but I knew I was going to the person across from me. And I said, I'm sorry, but for the last couple of weeks I've been getting yellow. And she goes, oh yeah, my favourite colour. And I said to her, but now I see this most beautiful yellow tulip. And she just broke down. She said her dad used to grow yellow tulips. She'd been waiting and waiting to hear from him. As soon as I gave this message to this lady, and I still didn't know who it was from, because I still didn't see but I gave this message and I heard as clear as day a man's voice saying, well, it's about time. So what I want to tell you people here is when you're developing, people will say to you strange things like, sit in a circle. Doesn't literally mean sit in a circle. People will say to you, go deeper, relax. You won't understand. People will tell you all this different terminology. You won't understand. You have to find your own way. Your own way of doing things. Everybody's different. I'm now in a circle and we were talking about, do you see out there or in here? And I said, oh, I don't really know. I just see. So we did a couple of little exercises, and I found that I saw there, but it was in my head that I was seeing there. When I saw objectively somebody walking around, this is the difference for me. We're different for everybody. When I saw objectively, that's when I didn't know who I was going to. But when I saw it, same picture, to me it looks solid. When I saw it in my head with you, this beautiful gentleman that's standing beside you, I knew that it was in my head, but I knew also who I had to go to. So I think that my guides are working that way with me, that they're putting these beautiful pictures in my head. Sometimes somebody slips in and you'll see somebody walking around in an area, and you think, oh my God, I can see this is a beautiful lady walking up there. She's my height, my build. And she's just walking up. She's not here for anybody in particular, not that I know of. But when I see them like that, then she's just here. And I don't know who she's for. But when I come to a person, I see it inside my head. So that's how I work. Like I said, everybody's going to be different. I want you to understand, I don't want anybody to be put off because they can't do it the way that these people who are running the circles tell you. You have to do it because you are all different. You are all unique. You are all wonderful souls. And we are, most of us, gifted with this ability. We've just got to believe in ourselves and trust ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. That was great. Yes, it reminds me of starting myself.
So,
Everybody says that first time I've been in a you and me didn't give us a message. Pardon? What's a meeting?
yeah, what's the message?
You only knew what a meeting was because by then it was taking me to that circle, so I couldn't see the word. But otherwise, it is what Diane said is exactly right. Everybody sees and experiences differently, and in developing, they'll find that they get different things happening to them, and things change through time. So never think that what you've got now is going to be how it's going to be in 5 years' time. Allow what you get to keep developing, because spirit will at times try and change the energy on you. You might feel you've slipped backwards, and I've heard people get very down on themselves because they're not doing it as well now as they thought they were several months ago. But it's part of another step forward. It's also important to remember they're not going to come up, tap you on the shoulder and say, I'm here, hello, I'm their mother. You have to actually allow yourself just to sense that sensation of them being there. They're not going to be, unless you're very lucky, you're not going to see it really solidly objective with the person, or walking up to the person and taking their hand. They only did that to me early on in my career, and I'm really sad they don't do it now because it was great. And then they stopped doing it. I had that step backwards. Oh, Jesus, what's happening now? So always relax, don't push yourselves. Just as Diane said, so terrific, right?
Can I just add something? To get the right teacher that gels with you is very important. And Liz, I just want to say thank you because you have been she's been the one that has pushed me past my limits. And she would say to me, no, that's not good enough, go further. So I thank you, and from the bottom of my heart for that. So you've got to find the right teacher, because I look at myself 3 years ago and people say to me all the time, you've just boom. And I think, my God, and it comes from having the right teacher that is not scared to say to you, push it further, that's not enough, push it further. So you've got to have that ability, that right teacher. So,
yep, I agree with that too, because I wouldn't be up here doing this if I hadn't been pushed by the same teacher. So thank you, that's really good. Now it's time to just relax. I will stand up and do the meditation. I hope you'll stay settled. because I think it'd be easier to hear me when I do that. I've had a few comments about my lack of speaking clearly when I'm doing a meditation. So even though I've done all of them, I will try when I get some music.